My name is Ignatius Munengwa, all the way from Harare, Zimbabwe. So I represent the first country that International Scholars Program has taken outside of Kenya too. So me coming on this journey today, it's been so inspiring to see how the story of one man who faced his challenges and came back to his country in Kenya and has been able not only to just get a few people across the line to go and get a chance out in America or Canada, but it's been amazing to see the community. 85 people today whose lives have been changed by the hard work of what this organization is doing. This is beyond just an opportunity, it's a community that's going to transform generations. So coming from Zimbabwe, we also have similar problems with our graduates, and I'm so excited that the International Scholars Program has now opened up the idea that this solution is a solution for the rest of the continent, starting with Zimbabwe. So we know we have this African continental free trade, $3 trillion worth of a market share. I think something like this can become part of a solution to empower the next generation so that we can get more people who can sharpen their axe by going abroad and one day to come back. We need such solutions. It was very humbling for me to see, very touching, to see the lives that have been changed. I'm looking forward, I can't wait to also begin this journey in Zimbabwe. And for those that are also across the continent, there is a solution like this, where those that seem to have been written off, everybody thinks you might not have a chance, but you've actually done well. I think this is a solution worth considering. This is a solution worth partnering with. I'm excited, I'm humbled to be part of this program. I think one of the amazing things I found about Bob, the founder for the International Scholars Program, is his openness to include other African nations. This is benefiting a lot of people in Kenya, and just for him to open up, rebrand the program from Kenya Airlift Program to International Scholars Program really means if you're listening from whichever country you are on the continent of Africa, he has created a business model, so you don't need to reinvent the wheel. And I think it's such an honor for those Africa. We don't have enough universities. There's a gap. And what Bob has been able to do is to actually open the door for many other Africans to enjoy this particular opportunity, join the community, and give back to our continent.
You are watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by the International Scholars Program. The International Scholars Program is an award-winning international education financing scheme that helps bright students to pursue graduate studies abroad regardless of their financial background. You can find our programs by going to www.internationalscholarsprogram.com. The International Scholars Program, empowering dreams.
So one of the key challenges whenever somebody has done their first degree is where they're going to get the funding. And that's one of the key issues that the International Scholars Program actually addresses. You've done well, and we've got this scenario in Africa where we've got graduates who are sitting at home. But this program is very strategic because it's looking at what I consider scarce and critical skills of the future. So it's STEM-based, and it's really looking at the gap. So you need to study smart. And what this is doing is it's giving those people who've done the homework to say you've got an opportunity. Not only will you get your fees paid, which is 100% scholarship, but you also get the opportunity to get funding to transition, coming from a place where you might not even have airfare, you might not even money for rent. When you go across there, living expenses, it's really a well-structured opportunity. One that for those that have been written off, you've probably thought, no, I don't have an opportunity, I don't have a chance anymore. This addresses not just the scholarship, but the transition to the scholarship. And not only that, but it's going to give you an opportunity for you to be open for jobs that are in great demand, scarce and critical skills. A message to those that are still in the program. This journey is not for the faint-hearted. When you start this program, I think you need an approach that you're not going to fail. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. It doesn't matter how many times you might think that you failed this exam or the visa's not come through. Your commitment to get across the line. I've heard stories of people who have failed visa interviews 4 times. You've got to be committed to the end. As I said, this is not for the faint-hearted. But once you cross that line and you get across there, it's the beginning of the journey. So for all those that today we're celebrating, it's like another graduation. but you're graduating into a new community, different culture, but the work starts now. And you've got to do hard work to get those the master's degrees that you've chosen. But you've also got to make sure that you keep your values to who you are, and also realize that at some point, my challenge, as I said tonight, what are you going to do to also give back to your community, to your family? This isn't about you. It's also about the opportunity that you've been given, as Bob has already shown us, to create a community of those that leave Africa, but always think back of giving back to their community. So the journey now could impact your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, because the transition that you've just experienced is going to change your life.
You have been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by the International Scholars Program. Come back again next time to learn concepts, tools, strategies, and resources on the path of becoming a successful international student abroad through real-life experiences. Be sure to subscribe to the International Scholars Program on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn.